Hey, welcome everyone on this November 6th, 2024. What a glorious day, is it not? Is it not a glorious day? I tell you, here in Portland, it could be the most beautiful day of the year. That's true. Just a reminder, we're on the road to 420 subs on Rumble. Channel's not growing at all. So I'm about to I'm about to write it off. We're at 316 right now. We're on the road to 420 because of the memes, right? And you can follow me over there. I'd appreciate it. We're live right now on YouTube and on rumble.com/coffeenuance/live and on X. So hope you can join us somewhere. But today we're talking about the election and this idea of narrative collapse. Yes, this is narrative collapse. And okay, well, I guess I'll go on with it anyway, even if nobody's watching, even if no one's here. That's the great thing, is I can just put it out there. What's up, Lucid? Got something. Anyway, but this idea of narrative collapse, it could be the story of this presidential election. And I've dubbed it narrative collapse, and that's the big idea that we're talking about on this Wednesday, Big Idea Wednesday. But first, have a sip of coffee. Oh, this is good. Yeah. Oh man. But I tell you, it's very weird. I don't know if I can wear this. I live in Portland. And just for my own safety, I'm still not sure I can wear this. But I tell you, it is probably the most beautiful day of the year. The sun is shining, the sky is blue. There's just a crispness in the air. Crispness. It's a fun word to say. And man, I tell you, it's just a glorious day in America. But we've really got to talk about narrative collapse. I'm not really a hat wearer, so I'll just take that off. But yeah, let's talk about this idea, narrative collapse. Oh yeah. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, all right, folks. I want to talk about something truly historic that's sweeping America. Narrative collapse. That's right. The corporate media's grip on reality is slipping. Like my New Year's resolutions on like January 6th or something. Half the country is looking at the screen like, oh, please. You think I'm still believing this crap? The brainwashing isn't working anymore. And honestly, it's amazing it lasted this long. Now, corporate media, good old CNN, MSNBC, you know the crew. They spent years building this epic storyline, right? Kamala Harris, national treasure, natural heir to the throne, on her way to a 2024 landslide victory. They might as well have had her wearing a crown, riding a white horse, holding a most likely to succeed sash. They thought they'd created a lock, right? They just forgot about one tiny problem. Half the country is like, wait, we're not in that movie. These are the folks who are realizing, hey, maybe we're not watching unbiased news here. They're flipping the channels, and instead of trusted journalists, they see a group of actors who make soap operas look subtle. It's as if the media held up a big sign that said, believe this or else. And half the country replied, yeah, I'm going with or else. And they're not wrong. Here we are witnessing the narrative collapse in real time. It's not that they don't believe in the news anymore. They don't believe anything the corporate media is selling. You know, we used to trust journalists to be the watchdogs, not lapdogs. Here's the kicker, because I say that every day. Trump, he won. He won again. Trump, The guy who spent years, they tried to erase. He's like a horror movie villain who keeps coming back, as if every time the media says, no, he's really gone this time, he pokes his head up and goes, did you miss me? What happened here is people got fed up with being spoon-fed a storyline that didn't match their reality. It's like we're living in an upside-down world. The media keeps saying, everything's great, trust us. And everyone's looking around at empty shelves and record-high rents thinking, are we in the same country? And so people went rogue. They stopped waiting for the nightly news to tell them what's going on and instead turned to podcasts. That's right, podcasts. The place where you go to hear a guy with no qualifications and a microphone lay out his take on the government without a hint of irony. And yet people trust these guys because say what you want about Joe Rogan, he's not spending his podcast going, tonight, how to survive the Trump apocalypse. The media is now this ironic thing. They keep trying to play gatekeeper, but the gates are broken. The walls are down. And now we're all just wandering around a garden looking for truth ourselves. People don't need a gatekeeper. They just need a guide. And here's the genius of Trump in this environment. The guy thrives in chaos. So while the media is desperately trying to convince us that, no, seriously, Kamala is about to sweep the nation, Trump's over here holding rallies, tweeting memes, reaching out to voters, turning this thing into a grassroots movement they never saw coming. And it's all happening in this free-for-all media landscape where everyone gets to shout their piece for the first time. And American people are actually listening to each other, not the guy on TV in a suit with a teleprompter. So buckle up, corporate media. The world of cozy narratives is over. People are getting their news from their neighbors, their podcasts, and yes, even their crazy Uncle Tom. Because in the end, it's a new day it's a new day for the American public. And if the media wants a comeback, they're going to have to ditch the script, get real, and start giving us something that doesn't feel like another episode of The Narrative You Should Trust. In the meantime, let's enjoy this narrative collapse, folks, because when the story collapses, all you've got left is the truth. My name's Tom Coffey. This is the Coffey Nuance Show, the most ignored censored commentary news show live right now. Flame on. Oh, yeah. Oh, we got a couple people here. What's up, everybody? So this is the idea I wanted to talk about in the glorious Trump win, is this idea about narrative collapse. And every Wednesdays I've been coming up with a big idea, an idea to think about, something to share with your friends or your family, something you can talk about. This one called narrative collapse, and it's a phenomenon that we're witnessing right now in which the dominant storyline crafted and pushed by the corporate media, it's losing its persuasive power, especially among a big chunk of the population that is just rejecting its messaging. This collapse occurs when alternative sources like independent podcasts, social media platforms like X, right? And other non-mainstream media channels offer counter narratives that resonate more with the public sentiment. This narrative collapse is not just a change in opinion, but a breakdown of trust in a previously accepted place, corporate media. And the result of this is a profound shift in public discourse and a reevaluation of institutional credibility. I don't think the institutions don't appear to have a whole lot of credibility, do they? Now, you can go back and you can actually look at my prediction for the election. And, you know, I'm not going to...
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Hang on.
Well, Bill.
I put that in the wrong. I triggered something I should not have triggered. Let's go. Let's go. Here, how about that?
Okay, so we're diving into a deep
Nope.
dive.
Nope. Okay, let's try it here. Nope. Well, I can't get my graphics right. But my prediction was pretty much dead on. Now, actually, Trump ended up doing better than what my official prediction was, but my official prediction was based in I didn't think they'd give up. And especially in Michigan, I thought that there'd be enough shenanigans in Michigan that Trump would not pull ahead there. And it looks like he's pulled ahead in Michigan. But if you go back to my show on Monday, I did say that if, big if, it appeared that the election was legit, if there weren't, box loads of trucks, trucks coming in the middle of the night, dumping off hundreds of thousands of ballots in the middle of the night, like what happened 4 years ago, that Trump would indeed win every single swing state. And yeah, that's what happened. So if you watch this channel, if you watch my show, you wouldn't be surprised. I live in Portland, Oregon. I know that my county voted about 80% for Kamala Harris, but I think if you actually looked into the city of Portland itself, because there are people that live outside the city in the county, that tends to be a bit more conservative. I think we're looking at probably at least 90% in the city of Portland voted for Harris. And there's going to be a lot of shocked people today. Because they still buy the narrative. They still buy the corporate gatekeeping. Their narrative has not collapsed like yours. And so they're in for a bit of shock. It reminds me, I do have a close friend. And he's told me, Tom, you're the only person I know with that point of view. You're the only person I know. Everybody else in my life thinks differently than you. Yeah. Because every single person in his life still believes the corporate narrative. And they'll probably all double down. That's my prediction. That's my prediction, is that all those people that are shocked today will continue to be shocked, and they will not self-reflect, and they will not wonder why their media was so wrong. But, we'll just have to see. Anyway, we got a number of people in the chat. I'll be going through all of the chat in the after show. I wish I could let me see if I can get this on the screen one more time. Let's see if I can do it. How about, I know. How about this?
Okay.
Let's try this. There we go. So this was my prediction, and you can see that that everything looks correct. The only thing that's different is I did not think that they would allow Trump to win Michigan or Wisconsin. I said in a fair election he would win both of those states, but I seriously looked into how voting works in the state of Michigan. I did this because 4 years ago, I may have had a bet, on the results of the Michigan race. And after I lost that 4 years ago, I did a deep dive into voting in Michigan, and I didn't trust it. Of course, I'm not claiming anything, but I didn't trust it. And so this time around, I didn't trust it either. I thought for sure that, well, not for sure, but I just didn't trust it. And so I gave that one to Harris as well as Wisconsin, because that's actually, I also thought if you're the governor of a state, you should probably be able to pull some strings to win the state for your team. But those were the two states that I was wrong, even though I said, if I even, I know that I'm, this is my actual prediction, so I'm sticking with that. I'm glad that it was more of a blowout than my official prediction. I'm very happy for that. And I'm looking forward. I really want this to be the unity movement that they've said that they want it to be. I would like them to welcome everyone in. I do want to gloat a little bit, but not here. Yeah, I don't know, it's a little gauche, I suppose. But anyway, I am very pleased with the outcome. I'm very pleased with the team that has been put together. When Trump was elected the first time, I don't think he had the right people around him to really get done the things that would be good for the country. This time, I think it's a super team that's around him, and I'm very optimistic about the future. Unfortunately, I didn't get the mayor I wanted here in Portland. So we got somebody that looks like he made a ton of money off of, the homeless industrial complex. So I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens here. He wants to end homelessness in Portland. So probably by, I don't know. I'm guessing by building them a 5-star hotel. It's probably not going to be cheap, but whatever. You can't have everything, I suppose. Anyway, that's about all of it. But I do want to hear what you think about this idea of narrative collapse. And even if you don't know, let me know today in the comments. Think about this idea that the narrative just isn't working. The propaganda isn't working anymore. For the propaganda to work, you got to have a majority of the people buy it. And I don't think the majority of people are buying this crap anymore. It's been a long time coming, but I don't think that there's a recovery for this. Once you realize it's all a bunch of propaganda, once you realize that they're gatekeepers, once you realize that fake news is actually fake news, you're not going to go back. So I'm very, very excited about that. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I'll be back on Friday. I do have some new projects, one of which is actually launching today, and I may tell you about that, but not quite yet because I don't want to jinx it. Even though I know jinxes aren't real, who knows? That's just in case I'm living in a simulation and all of the world's events happen because of my own thoughts. Anyway, I'll be going through all your comments in the after show. If you have a friend or family member that is in total disbelief, here's one thing that you can tell them. I mean, don't dance. Don't do the Cabbage Patch. Probably not appropriate. Not very persuasive, right? To just dunk on them. But you could say, oh, yeah, well, where do you get your news? Da 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 da. And they, they'll tell you and you go, oh, okay. Yeah, I know this guy I watch on Rumble or YouTube. Yeah, he pretty much predicted everything correctly. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I just think probably I kind of understand. I'm probably listening to maybe a better source of news than you are, or at least one that's more accurate or one that's based in reality. Something to consider. Anyway, I'll go through your comments in just a sec. Until then, have a good one. Peace. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Can I? No, let me go this way. There we go. Well, maybe a little bit more. There we go. Well, still cutting off a little bit of the comments, but you know, we'll work on that. You don't come here for the for the production. What's up, Lucid? Yeah, what a great night. Cheers. I am so pleased that it was such a blowout, because I think it would be disastrous if it weren't. I'm so glad that Trump is up by what, 5.5 million nationally, because otherwise we would be hearing a totally different story right now. I think one of the positive things that did happen, I got a buddy who lives downtown, and he said no rioting. He didn't see any rioting at all. So I don't know, maybe they didn't get their checks. Maybe that Soros money didn't come through, and they won't destroy the city I live in, hopefully. Oh, was that a MAGA hat? Yeah, well, I got one of these. Now the problem with these hats, I wish I started coloring it in here, because I really like I got this, and then they did the dark MAGA hat, and I was like, I'm not gonna buy another black hat with that the only difference is that it's colored in. So I got a Sharpie, and I started coloring it in. I don't know, it didn't really work. And then I was gonna just color in the front. But see, on the back, the problem with these is that they should make hats for big head people. Now, I realize that big head people are a very small minority of the country. It's kind of like, you know, if your shoe is bigger than 12, you know, most people have shoes that are smaller than size 12. Most men have smaller shoes. But guess what? You can actually buy a size 13, right? It exists. You can find it. You can't find any cool merchandise that's made if you got a big head. You know, you got to put it on the very last little tab. You know, they should give you an option, right? Even though it's probably less, you know, I don't know, 5% of the population, probably maybe less than that. But you should have the option of getting an extra large hat that you know, and when I put on the cap, you know, it does kind of look, I don't know, a little you know, it's a little too small, for the head. It doesn't look exactly right. Oh well. Yeah, let's see. Oh, here we go. The different mouse. Here we go. Awesome. Yeah, that was really awesome. My rainbow sister in San Antonio is losing her mind. She started a hotline for her unhinged friends. Unfringed hens. Natasha says, I have no idea how my rainbow son in Oakland is coping. I pray for him, though. Yeah. Lucid says, I might buy 2 V8 cars instead of a new one now. Well, it's a beautiful day here, you know. Beautiful day for a drive, right? What was the drink of choice last night? I had a couple of shots of whiskey, a few glasses of wine to warm up. Last night, what did I have? I did have some eggnog. I had a little eggnog with Might have poured a little something in there, a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg. That was pretty much it. Did I have anything? I didn't do a whole lot of drinking, but I was just kind of making sure that what was happening was reality, you know. Yeah, not a whole lot of drinking. If there were anyone else that were here, right, I think it would have been a little bit more fun. But most of the people I know were losing their mind, and so probably wouldn't be good to have them over. Not if I'm dancing 80s style. Yeah. Yeah, Doc says, I believe for this election, President Trump's win was too big to rig. That's what it looks like to me. I think in another universe, we could have had a very different result in lots of states, especially states that wait to count all the votes. The number might have been vastly different if they got the call to make them vastly different. Perhaps that's just my speculation. RFK Jr. for Attorney General. No, I that would be fun. That would be great. I think he's going to be working with. I think he's got a lot to deal with to make America healthy again, right? And that's what I'm all about. I'm feeling healthier today, as well. And I think we all can, right? I'm loving how they're comparing stats from this election to stats from previous elections. Yeah, it's very interesting when you look at it. And I think probably the best redemption story would be to find out that perhaps things from 4 years ago weren't exactly as they were presented to us. I think that would be the best redemption arc, if you will. One thing that I'm just putting out into the universe, and of course this is not going to happen because I don't have that power, but I would love it if Trump would say, you know what? I want Americans to have faith in our electoral process and our electoral system. And so we are going to have a national vote audit on this election to make sure that everything is legit, and then to fully fund it so we can have it, and just to look to see if there were anything that needs to be improved upon. I think that would be a great unity message. I think it would be an important thing to let everyone know that he's saying, I care about the integrity of the election. We should audit the whole country, even though I won, let's audit everything and make sure. I think that'd be great for everyone, and kind of to restore a little bit of trust in the system. Gonzo says, I stopped listening to the news in 2016. I think that was about when I started my journey. I tell you what, that is one of the great things that happened because of Trump is half the country did get to learn about fake news. Even at the start of this channel, I was kind of interested in fact checking, and it was like, oh, they got this wrong. Oh, they got this wrong. And oh, they got this wrong. And at the time, I still thought that fact checkers were all legit. They were just bad at their jobs. It took me a while in my own journey to learn about the corporate narrative. And now, yeah, I've done a video on narrative collapse because I don't buy any of it. But it took me a while too. I wasn't the quickest to this. Kamala called Trump everything that they were doing. That's a jinx. Yeah. Rejoice with those who rejoice and grieve with those who grieve. from somewhere in the Bible, most likely something Paul wrote. Well, I mean, if it's from the New Testament, it's likely something Paul wrote, right? I mean, go with the odds there. Jesse says, I was watching Kyle Kalinske last night saying the polls said the top polled issue was democracy, even ahead of economy. That was a red flag for narrative. Who would answer like that? Yeah, nobody would. And in fact, I did see a really fun, I might have reposted it, but I've reposted a lot of things in the last 24 hours of Kyle Kalinske from years ago. It was a split screen versus Kyle Kalinske today. And everything he was saying years ago, I agreed with 100%. And he was making fun of essentially himself today. So there we go. Nice hat. Yeah, I think it's good. What's it say where that hat was made, Tom? I'm just curious. I think it was made in America. I'm pretty sure all the. I'm pretty sure all of it is. I think I saw that when I got it. I cut all tags off of everything, so. Trump only lost the states that don't require ID, aka the ones. Yeah. Judah, Tom Coffey for president. No, I think I got. Frankly, if you're going to run for president, you probably need to get more than 10 live viewers, right? Well, we got a number of live viewers today, but oh my God, do we got enough for a campaign? Oh, we do. We do. I am going to hang in with me. I'm going to read this for 30 seconds, and I might be able to make $1.79. So let's do it, huh? Shall we? We'll accept and start. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. There it is. Okay, your new friend, your new favorite buds, earbuds from Saber's Gadget Gallery. These clip-on style earbuds sit around your ear instead of inside the ear. Ouch! With soft ABS plastic construction, you will barely notice them. Water resistant and comfortable for hours. These earbuds provide amazing sound quality for music, gaming, phone calls, and more. With the built-in microphone and 30-foot signal range, you won't need to switch to a headset for computer or phone calls. Offered in black, white, or bone. Retails for $59.95. Saber's Closet. Oh my goodness. How about that? Well, I guess I'll... Nope. Huh. All right, here we go. Offered in black, white, or bone. Retails at $59.95. Saber's Closet offers them at $39.95. Enter your holiday code right from Rumble for an additional 20% discount, CHR20. That's code CHR20. It looks like I have I crashed? No, there we go. I don't know what happened with this. Let me do this. I'll just end it here. Offering black, white, or bone retails at $59.95. Saber's Closet offers them at $39.95. Enter holiday code right now from Rumble for an additional 20% discount, CHR20. So that's my little live read. Thanks for sticking with me. Rumble Studio seemed to have crashed while I was doing that. So sorry about that. Sorry about that, but that's the way things work. Perhaps with the money I made for that, perhaps I can get a new computer. But let's see. I stopped listening to mainstream media after volunteering for Bernie Sanders and seeing the major cheat by Democrats. Well, there is. I did see that as well. I saw some stuff, I did some stuff. Video is wonky. Yeah. The video just died. The mattress police are coming to get you, Tom. I know. Another day. Oh, well. I'll definitely check out Saber's Gadget Gallery for the earbud headphones. Okay, there you go, John. Yeah, well, that was kind of cool. We could do an actual live read. So that was fun. Don't spend that $1.70 all in one place. I won't. But I may treat myself to an Americano today. So maybe that'll be good. Anyway, that's about all I have for you today. Like I say, this is just a glorious day. I'm not going to waste it inside. I do need to. I got a new garbage disposal, and it's much bigger than my old garbage disposal, and so all the pipes don't fit around it, and I have to sort that out at some point. But it is the sun is shining so much. I've got to go out and enjoy some of the day. I hope you can enjoy some of the day, and think about narrative collapse. And isn't it wonderful that we don't all buy the corporate narrative? I think that's a wonderful thing to be grateful for. So you all have a good one. I'll be back on Friday. Until then, peace.